Hello, 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 Christmas Flixers. Welcome back to season 4 of Chicks on Christmas Flicks, where we can never have too many Christmas movies. We can only have not enough Christmas movies. I'm KL Brady, and can you believe it? Today is the big day. TV Christmas movie season officially begins, at least for me. I know technically, other networks have begun their Christmas movie slate, but for me, it begins with Countdown to Christmas. It always has. It always will. That's kind of just the end of the story. So I'm just really excited. This weekend, I gotta tell you guys, I kind of screwed myself but it's all for a good cause. Usually I'd be planted in front of the TV literally from like 6 a.m. to New Year's, right? But I scheduled my dad's 80th birthday party this weekend, tomorrow to be exact. So instead of me getting to chill in pajamas in front of the TV with my popcorn bowl, watching movie to movie, and this weekend I will be flying around like a chicken with my head cut off, and bringing family in for the big day. Then next week, I'm in the office all week long. These hateful people at my job that actually want me to work for a living have scheduled an in-office tank week. So we got to be in there all week long. So I won't be on all next week, really until next Friday. When I actually get to resume a normal life. And so next Friday, I will be, kind of getting into everything, really getting into the spirit of the season, really getting to sit in front of the TV and watch Christmas movies. But it's because of that, you guys are going to get back-to-back shows this week. Haha. So, and I don't think I've done back-to-back shows in ages, maybe years. And this is my 4th season, so it's been a while. But so anyway, I've got a little bit of news today. I'm going to finish breaking down in this episode. I'm going to finish breaking down how the season looks from network to network. I'll talk about the networks that I didn't talk about in the last show. So networks like Hulu, FreeVee, Roku, OWN, Lifetime have finally come out with their schedules, and so I will kind of hit the highlights on those. I'm excited about that. And then in the next episode, right after this one, I'm going to finish breaking down weekend 1 of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel. And then I'm going to go through week 1. Now, what's different this year? Normally, Lifetime's all up in the competition with Hallmark on movies at this time. Sometimes they even come out of the block earlier than Hallmark with movies, but they are not in it this year. I think, well, anyway, I'll talk about that a little later. But I just find it really funny. So really, Hallmark is just competing against itself this weekend. So we're going to be looking at movies on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and in a surprise entrance, Hallmark drama. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. If you haven't already, please check out the final season of season 3, the wrap-up show with Brittany at Hallmark Enthusiast 247. We had so much fun talking about our favorite movies of the season in the wrap-up show for last season. And I kind of published the second one late, but that's okay. And then season 4, episode 1, 2, and 3, we got Merry Movie Week, Christmas in July, and then I also do the part 1 of the first day of Countdown to Christmas in part 1. So check out all those episodes. Lots of good stuff in store. Okay, anyway, we're going to kick off the show. First things first, St. Nick shoutouts. As always, the show tradition, Chicks on Christmas Flicks, we begin with shouting out the listeners, because it's because of you that I'm still here doing this 4 seasons later, right? I'm really excited about it, honestly. And it just, I can't even tell you how thankful I am to everyone who listens to the show. I know I say that every time, and you're probably like, yeah, she probably got that on a script. No, that really comes from my heart. It really does. Oh, gosh, I can't even, because look, it's a struggle for me to even like listen to the shows that I like to listen to, because my job, I work with crazy people. My job and my schedules are insane. So when I listen, I am invested. Like, I am truly invested in what you're doing and your creative project, whatever it is, whether it's a book, whether it's music, whether it's a podcast, right? So I mean, I hope it's the same thing, with people who listen to this show, that you guys are invested, and I am appreciative of it. Okay, so this week we're going back to for this show anyway. The next show is going to be a short Saint Nick shout out, but this one we're going to give you the full Saint Nick shout out treatment this week. So I'm excited. I picked the top 5 listeners from the show. And remember, I don't know who you are, but I know where you live. All right. So the first Saint Nick shout out goes to Enid, Oklahoma. Enid, Oklahoma, welcome and thank you for listening. I think this is my first time calling out Enid, Oklahoma. So thankful for whoever is listening in Enid. Okay, I hope that's right. Enid, E-N-I-D, Enid. I'm thinking it's Enid. Anyway, so listen to this, guys. In Enid, they have this really big Christmas tree lighting. And when I say really big Christmas tree lighting, I'm not talking about the ceremony or just the ceremony. I'm actually talking about the actual tree. They claim in their Christmas tree lighting ceremonies to have one of the world's largest Christmas trees the world's, not the state's largest or the country's largest, but one of the world's largest Christmas tree. I say that is cause for a bucket list item, a Christmas bucket list item. I gotta go to Enid at some point. I gotta see the tree. I'm sorry. I gotta. So anyway, they have like a whole lot of Christmas events around this Christmas tree lighting, right? So this year it's going to be Sunday, December 3rd at 5:30 p.m. and it's called The One Experience, where they have like all these musical performance, dance performances. Of course, they have the Christmas tree lighting. And then one thing I really love, they have what's called Christmas Critters. New to me, right? They have Christmas Critters, which is a family-friendly event featuring various Christmas critters and fun for all ages, okay? So they have Yukon the reindeer. They have critters from Leonardo's Children's Museum. They have a petting zoo. They have crafts, face painting, food trucks, and of course, what Christmas event could be a Christmas event without music, right? So anyway, if you're in or around Enid, check out the big Christmas tree lighting December 3rd, and thank you guys for listening to the show. So that's it for Enid, Oklahoma. Number 2 on the list is Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. I told you guys I did my ancestry results, and I have family somewhere in Australia, like a 4th or 5th cousin. I don't know. To me, that's not too far down the list. Like, that's somebody I would call cousin. Hey, I have friends who I call sisters. So I would certainly call a 4th cousin a cousin, right? But anyway, so Melbourne, Victoria, thank you guys for listening into the show. And so what I found from Melbourne was they have what's called Christmas in the City, right? And it looks phenomenal. If you look on Twitter at my hashtag #ChicksOnChristmasFlix, you will see a picture of Christmas in the City at Melbourne. It looks gorgeous. It looks like a really big Christmas festival. It's a special time. It has a giant Christmas tree at Fed Square, and the Meyer Christmas windows draw visitors from far and near. They have malls and markets and Christmas gifts, and they have a Santa appearance for the kids. They have the city bar, restaurants that provide, of course, the perfect backdrop to the Christmas activities. So, thank you for listening in Melbourne, Victoria. Okay, number 3 on my list is Windsor, Connecticut. So, Windsor, Connecticut. I'm just kind of excited about this one. They have something unique I haven't talked about on the show before. They have a Winterfest and what's called a Tunnel of Lights, right? And so what happens, they're selling, now listen to this. This is a 45-year tradition in Windsor, right? And what they do is they have 15,000 lights outside, and then they have a closed trolley, right? And this trolley takes guests into a tunnel of lights for 20 to 30 minutes. First of all, I hope that there's like windows or something. I'm claustrophobic like a mug. Like that frightens the heck out of me. Right? But it sounds amazing. So anyway, a tunnel of lights for 20 to 30 minutes. And they also sing Christmas carols during this. So this Winterfest, do I have a date for this? I mean, I think it goes on from like Thanksgiving all the way through almost New Year's, right? So if you're in or around Windsor, Connecticut, check out Winterfest and the Tunnel of Lights. Exciting. All right. Number 4 on the list is Bridgeton, Missouri. Bridgeton, Missouri. So, like, I do have a little bit of experience with Missouri because I went there not this year, last year, right? I was in Branson for a writing retreat, and so I don't think this is too far from Branson. But anyway, let me tell you, this celebration that they have in and around Bridgeton. So let me just say, Bridgeton shares apparently events with St. Louis, so it's very close. But they have a winter wonderland of lights, a Christmas market, the season of lights. Now they have a hot chocolate with Cocoa Santa. So this is a Black Santa. So they have hot chocolate with Cocoa Santa. And then they have the St. Louis bar crawl. The Santa bar crawl, a stumbling good time. So apparently you dress up as Santa and you stumble from bar to bar. So I think Hallmark actually has a Christmas movie with something similar. Like, I don't think they stumble from bar to bar. Of course, it's a Hallmark movie, right? But I think they do have some kind of, I want to say, it's definitely on the list. I'll have to think about it. But yes, so I think Hallmark has a movie themed similar to that. In addition, they have a celebrity all-you-can-eat brunch buffet with Santa, okay? And then they have a Christmas market, and of course they have all kinds of music and stuff. So whoever is listening out in Bridgeton, Missouri, thank you for listening in. I'm excited to have you guys listening on the show. And last but not least, number 5 in the St. Nick shoutouts is San Francisco, California. Now, I don't know that I've actually called them out before, but San Francisco is one of those cities that I've always wanted to go to, but I haven't been to yet. So I'm really excited, to go to the city at some point. But obviously, it's a large city in California, and they've got a lot of events. So I'll break down a few of them for you. They have Christmas in Union Square, covered in lights, and you know me and the twinkly lights. Like, I have twinkly lights on my deck all year round, not just not just for the Christmas season, literally all year. Every day I look out on my deck, there's twinkly lights. Yes, they're white, so they're like a warm white. So they pretty much will go for any season or just kind of look like you're lighting up your deck. But yeah, I'm a twinkly light person. Like, I gotta have lights and lots of lights. If I don't see lights, it's not Christmas, right? They also have the ice skating rink, which is at Union Square. They have the Macy's department store. So, like, they're old school with the Macy's thing, right? So that's like one of the most popular places to visit. They have the Neiman Marcus. And there they have this a ginormous Christmas tree. So I would love to see some of this stuff. Then they have, listen to this, Westin St. Francis Sugar Castles. This runs from November 23rd to January 2nd. And Westin St. Francis is a historic hotel. And they have some incredible decorated displays. Elaborate sugar castle displays. That's something you got. I mean, that's like a bucket list item. Like, I feel like that needs to go on my bucket list. The Westfield Mall has equally elaborate Christmas displays and lots of Christmas goodies and stuff to buy. I mean, just event after event. And then there's Christmas caroling at the ACT in downtown San Francisco. The theater productions, they put on the Christmas Carol show, a Christmas Carol each year. And the Great Dickens Fair. I mean, because if you're going to have a Christmas Carol themed theater production, you got to have the Great Dickens Fair. So that is also 5 weekends in November and December. It takes place over the Cow Palace in Daly City. The Cow Palace in Daly City. Okay. So anyway, and of course there's so much more. You know, you guys, it's San Francisco. You know there's going to be a lot going on. So I'm excited. Thank you for listening in, San Francisco. Very happy to have you listening in on this show. All right. Now we're going to turn over to Ho 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 holiday headlines. So, you know, I'm keeping up with the news as best I can. You know, most of these come from my Google alerts. So first thing I wanted to talk about in the news was the competition. Like, it seems to me like this year there's like been a huge kind of drop in the number of networks that are kind of playing in the Christmas movie space, right? And it could be that they just haven't come out with their slates yet. It's still kind of early. It's October. People could still come out with stuff in November and December, right? But it's usually usually a battle, right? Right now, a battle for everybody's attention, a battle for your schedule if you're a planner, like the Christmas podcasters are, right? We got to plan. We got to plan ahead. We got to know what's coming, so that we can keep stuff on our radar, because, you know, you start living life and things fall off your radar. But CBS, Max, HBO Max, they didn't come out with slates. I haven't seen anything from Paramount Plus yet. I haven't seen anything out from Apple. You know, Apple came out with Spirit last year, which was huge. Maybe like they blew their budget for a couple of years. I don't know. But Apple, I didn't see anything like really, you know, in that romantic comedy Christmas space for Apple. Of course, you know, they got the Peanuts coming out and stuff, but, you know, Peanuts is like history, right? That's not like a new movie. So yeah, it's just been like a lot less competition this year. Lifetime finally came out with their music slate, but it's like, you know, 12 or 13 movies depending on, you know, which article you read, right? Normally they were up with Hallmark. They had like almost 30 movies, or over 30 movies or something. I mean, they had a lot of movies, and their schedule ran almost neck and neck with Hallmark the entire season. And now they're down to 12 movies. But you know what I said, you know, now we've got GAC in the space. GAC has 20 movies this year. And so if you think about having a new player in the space and Lifetime acquiring quite a few of their movies, then there's probably fewer movies to acquire, right? If GAC is scooping them up so that they can stay in competition with Hallmark all season long. So, um, I mean, in terms of Lifetime, honestly, I prefer like the Lifetime original TV Christmas movies anyway. To me, they get more value. It's more value when you have fewer movies, but you have all of them like Lifetime, or a lot of them that are Lifetime Christmas originals, because to me those were always the highest rated by me. Anyway, in terms of when I watch, those are the ones that I rewatch the most. That are the ones that are Lifetime originals. The acquisitions, I don't know that they were picking all the greatest movies anyway. A lot of those could have been my Christmas turkeys, just saying. But their originals are always the top rated ones. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. But I just thought it was interesting if you kind of look out now. Like I said, it may change in a month or so, as we get closer to Christmas. It may change in December. VH1, remember VH1 had like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 movies. I haven't seen them announce anything this year. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that have dropped out of the Christmas movie competition. A few are staying in it, but then they're delivering fewer movies. The only one who is consistently delivering the same number of movies every year, paying the same amount of attention to it every single year because it is core to their brand, is Hallmark. And that's why we watch Hallmark Countdown to Christmas. Okay. So in non-Christmas news, but I wanted to talk about it because both of these I think they've both done Christmas movies, right? Chris McNally and Julie Gonzalo. I had to talk about them because, I love them. First, I love them, separately as actors, but then I love them as a couple, and their movie. And of course, I was up live tweeting with 3 beds, 2 baths, and 1 ghost, right? So, look, apparently it was huge for Hallmark. They got like 3.9 million views. 3.9 million. That's like big. I want to say that's up there in the same space as like 3 Wise Men and a Baby, right? That's up there in that space. They're up there in the same space. So that's a lot of star power there. So you know what I hope that translates into? I hope that translates into more of them doing movies together and a Christmas movie with those two next year. That's what I hope. Okay, and the next piece of news, I gotta talk about Hallmark drama a little bit. So you guys remember when before the season, like even in episode 3 of season 4, right? I was talking about how I love the classic Christmas movies, and I wish they would have a weekend where they just played Christmas classics. I was thinking more like Hallmark movies and mysteries, but guess what? Hallmark drama came out with their Hallmark drama came out with its classic Christmas movies 2 days last weekend. So Saturday and Sunday last weekend. Now, I missed Saturday. Other people on Twitter told me I missed it. But I did catch Sunday. So I was locked in all day Sunday. And I was like, well, this is kind of weird. It's coincidental, maybe, that GAC started their Christmas slate last weekend, and then Hallmark drama had 2 full days of Christmas joy and love with their Christmas classic movies. And I mean, things like I'll Be Home for Christmas, I watched that one. I mean, just all the classic Christmas stuff that you want to watch. So I was really happy. So it looks like Hallmark drama is going to be the channel for Christmas classics this season, which I am so happy about. And so to mark off like a couple of movies they have coming up, they have Debbie McComber's Trading Christmas, which is coming on tonight, October 21st. I hope I get this out today. So tonight, October 21st, from 9 to 11, they have Trading Christmas, and then they had Signed, Sealed, Delivered for Christmas, which precedes it from 7 to 9. So, a couple of Christmas classic movies on Hallmark Drama, in addition to all the other stuff that I will be talking to you about in the next episode when I cover, Countdown to Christmas and what's coming up. Okay? So, anyway. And my new feature, the Christmas turkey. Well, that's going to begin when I see a bad movie. I do not anticipate seeing bad movies until we really get thick into the season. Like the middle of November, maybe. But I don't know. Who knows? A movie can turn out to be a turkey. And if it's turkey, and if it's my turkey of the week, I will call it out as my turkey of the week. All right. So, in the meantime, let me wrap up the season's TV Christmas movie highlights, okay? So first we're going to talk about FreeVee. FreeVee has a movie coming out November 17th. It is called Eczema, and the cast is Leighton Meester, Robbie M. Amell, Michael Hitchcock, Catherine Greenwood, Veronica Slowakowska, and Stephen Hoy. Now, the premise is coming home for the holidays is never a dull experience, especially not for Graham and Allie. When Graham decides to surprise his family by traveling home for Christmas, he is shocked to discover them already celebrating with an unexpected guest of honor, Allie, who happens to be his ex-fiance. Ain't that a blip? Could you imagine that? Going home and your family is celebrating with your ex? My family would be canceled, all of them. The two exes battle it out to see who the family will pick to stay through Christmas Day and who must go. Let the hilarious holiday chaos begin. That is hilarious. Let me tell you, Brady family, let me tell you something. Bring my ex to a party, everybody's canceled. Everybody. 100%. Everybody who participates in them shenanigans, in those shenanigans, you will be canceled. Period. Point blank in the story. Okay. All right. So the next is Hulu, right? So Hulu acquired a couple of movies from Nicely Entertainment, right? So the first one they picked up was A Christmas Frequency. Denise Richards, I haven't seen her. It's like she was one of my favorite rom-com actresses, like Once Upon a Time, right? I haven't really seen her in much lately. I think the last movie I saw of her was on Lifetime. So Denise Richards, James Hyde, Ansley Gordon, and Jonathan Stoddard. Okay, Richards stars as morning radio show host Brooke Walkins, who is not only secretly separating from her husband Todd, but hemorrhaging ratings on her show. Bad situation. When she finds out the show is being axed, what's going to happen if your ratings drop, right? Brooke's producer, Kenzie Parker, has the bright idea of setting up the host with a series of blind dates live on air to help Brooke find someone to take the company's to the company's Christmas party. But things take an unexpected turn when Kenzie finds out Ben, a guy she's interested in, has applied to date Brooke. As Ben proves a hit with listeners, Kenzie finds herself having to choose between her heart and her job. That is an interesting twist. So, the Kenzie is trying to set up her boss, and the guy that Kenzie is interested in applies to the contest for the boss. Yikes. I cannot wait for that one. That comes out Wednesday, November 1st. Let me tell you, I will be watching that one. I don't care what I got to do that day. If I got to take the day off, I'll be watching that one. Okay. Reporting for Christmas is the second one, okay? And it stars Tamara Feldman and D.B. Sweeney. Mary, a hardened big city reporter who's forced to take a break from her political beat in favor of a puff piece about a small town toy company. The assignment would be relatively simple until Mary meets the handsome and charming toy manufacturer Hank. Of course, there's always a Hank. There's a guy, always a guy. The chemistry is obvious, but Mary must ask herself what she really wants for Christmas: her career or a chance to true love, or a chance at true love. Maybe that's what they meant to say, but that's okay. Listen, that sounds good too. I think I'm definitely, those two dropped the same day. Hulu, I think I will be watching back to backs on Hulu that day, November 1st, Wednesday, November 1st. All right. So the next network is Roku. The Roku channel has a movie out this year. Now, I haven't watched a movie, it's been a while since that musical. Oh gosh, the show that got moved from NBC and Roku bought it and they played out the last season, and then they had a Christmas special. It's in my head. I can't think of the name of it right now. But anyway, I haven't seen a movie on Roku since then. But anyway, this is called How to Fall in Love by the Holidays. Friday, November 3rd. It stars Terry Hatcher. Now, you remember Terry Hatcher was in A Kiss Before Christmas with James Denton last Christmas, I think it was, right? Last Christmas or the Christmas before last. I can't remember which one. But anyway, so on November 3rd, the same week of the Hulu movies, comes Roku with their How to Fall in Love by the Holidays. So the premise behind this one is a beloved writer turned CEO must save her company by writing a column on her falling in love by the holidays, which is complicated by the handsome photographer who has been assigned to the piece. Interesting. So, you're working on the same thing, you're in close proximity. Something tells me there's going to be a little enemies to lover thing going on here. I'm kind of hyped for that one. So that's, I'm excited about that one. So next up on the docket is OWN. Okay. And so OWN has 4 Christmas movies here, which I think is probably like the high number for OWN, right? They normally have 4 or fewer. So that's the high number for OWN, which is 4 movies. So I'm imagining 1 movie each week for the month of December. And its stars include Being Mary Jane's BJ Britt, Batwoman's Javicia Leslie, and a few more. As they say, looking merry and bright. Okay, so December 2nd at 9 p.m., December 2nd, 9 p.m. is A Christmas Serenade starring Sky Townsend and BJ Britt, right? Sky Townsend and BJ Britt. BJ's from Becoming Mary. What is that? Being Mary Jane. Okay. When Jeremiah returns home for the first time in years to play a gig with his band, he is recruited to take over as the minister of music for the annual Christmas Jubilee at his home church, reigniting the feud and romance between the pastor's daughter, Willow. Interesting. Christmas Serenade. So that's going to be a musical one. I'm looking forward to that. December 9th, a week later, right? We have A Christmas of Yes, starring Michelle Weaver and Jeff Pierre. Amy Bell is a pro at turning down party invitations, vacations with friends, and even dates with eligible bachelors because she's been laser focused on her job. When her job is eliminated, her brother dares to do something terrifying. Say yes to everything this holiday season. Now, that sounds like it's going to be fun. There's been a few movies about, always saying yes to stuff and like where that lands you. There's been family movies. There's kind of been personal movies. So I'm really excited. I think even Jim Carrey, I think, starred in one of those movies before, like very early on, the girl, The Year of Yes, the Year of Yes book by the creator of Bridgerton, Olivia Pope, all that stuff. Her name's just not coming to me. Honestly, like my caffeine has not kicked in. I can't remember anything this morning. Okay. So anyway, we know about that. So anyway, I'm looking forward to The Christmas of Yes. December 16th at 9 p.m., we have The Christmas Detective, starring Javicia Leslie and Brad James. Brad James, is married to, Keisha Knight Pulliam, who is, she was Rudy on The Cosby Show. So that's exciting. So Brad James, her husband, is starring in this movie. A former beauty queen turned private investigator finds her calling, reunites with an old flame, and spreads the Christmas spirit when she takes the case of a famous missing portrait at a boutique art gallery. So this is interesting. Ion has been the station for like all the Christmas mystery kind of movies. So I'm really kind of excited to see this one and how this one plays out. And then on December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, we have Christmas Revisited with Tanya Wavers and Jamie Calica. Jamie Calica at one time, like he was in everything. Like you saw his face and everything. And I have to tell you, if you ever want to reach out to him on Twitter, he's like super responsive. And he engages with people, regular people. So it's kind of fun to engaging with him. But anyway, a group of old college friends gather for Christmas at their recently deceased friend's mountain cabin as old resentments, secrets, and unexpected romance blossom. That sounds good. You know what it reminds me of? Why Did I Get Married? That's what it reminds me of. Like all the friends gathering at the cabin and all of that. So that was actually a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, Why Did I Get Married? It's not holiday focused, but that's a good one. Good drama. So all these movies are produced by Marvisa Entertainment with Megan Elstrom, Todd Murata, Larry Grimaldi, Hannah Pillemer, and Fernando Sue. SZEW. Okay. That's all I got. All right. So we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back with Lifetime slate. I have been so excited to see this. So stay tuned. We're coming back with Lifetime in just a moment.
Now available for pre-order, are you looking for the perfect romantic comedy to help you find your calling and renew your faith in Christmas magic this holiday season? Look no further than The Nick Before Christmas, a heartwarming story about one woman's journey to her second act and back to her first love. Nikki Wright is ready to celebrate the big 5-0 for Christmas in July, but a hot flash leads her to a sobering realization. Her life has hit rock bottom. Her successes, the home, and the car feel empty. Her vision board has been a waste of time, her job is unfulfilling, and she's mulling over a proposal from Smith, who she's certain she doesn't like. The best day of her life spirals into the worst. During a near-death experience, a meeting with her guardian angel presents Nikki with an ultimatum. Either go to heaven, or return to Earth and find her second act by Christmas Eve. If she doesn't succeed, her future's bleak. Her life will be filled with days no better than the worst. With only a few months to make her dreams come true, can Nikki achieve her second act and rekindle an old flame with Jordan to have the Christmas of her dreams? The Nick Before Christmas delivers unforgettable moments of self-discovery and romance. It's an enchanting story of love, hope, and faith that will fill your heart with joy this Christmas season.
And welcome back to Chicks on Christmas Flicks. All right, in the first part of this episode, we talked about what's going on for the rest of this season on the networks we didn't cover in the previous show. So we talked about Hulu, we talked about Roku, we talked about FreeVee, we talked about OWN. Now we are getting down to Lifetime with its 12 movies and you gotta say it, like all of our favorite stars, like my favorite stars are gonna be in Christmas movies on Lifetime. apart from my Hallmark Stars favorites. But my other set of favorites is from Lifetime, and I'm so excited to see this slate. This really looks good. Like, we are gonna have still, even though there's like a big dip in content, we're still gonna have like a lot of really good content. All right, so let me start running down the Lifetime slate. 12 movies on Lifetime. Okay. Now, Christmas Plus One. Now, listen to this. The date, November 18th. So, Lifetime is not swinging into the Christmas season until November 18th. I mean, what is wrong with the world? That's a problem for me. I hope they show like the old movies. They start the old movies at the beginning of November. Like maybe that first weekend in November or something. Like, I'm really hoping that their first Christmas movie isn't November 18th, because like that'll make me very sad. That'll make me very sad because they have so many good movies to play, and so many good movies that I want to see again, and so many that I actually didn't get to see last season because we were just overrun with content. So I'm really hoping that they start earlier. That's crazy. But anyway, Christmas Plus One, November 18th at 8 p.m. with Emily Alatalo and Corey Sevier. We love Corey. Corey's a Hallmark favorite, right? And he's also done, I think, a few movies for Up TV as well. When sisters Kara, Emily Alatalo, and Amy Vanessa Smythe make a pact to find their soulmates by next Christmas, they're not expecting anything to come from it. However, 1 year later, Amy's winter wedding is approaching, and Kara finally finds her own perfect man, Chase, Andrew Bushell, who agrees to attend as her plus one. But after immediately losing his number, all hope is lost. Will she find him in time to make her Christmas wish come true? Or does love have other plans for Kara when magazine writer Corey Sevier signs on to help her in her quest? Okay, I can tell you how I'm going to end up with Corey. That's how it happens in my movie. I don't know how it happens in Christmas Plus One, but in my movie, I end up with Corey. Corey's fine. I'm sorry. Okay. Planes, trains, and Christmas trees. I love this. Planes, trains, and automobiles. That was like one super, super funny movie. So yeah, I'm excited to see this one. We have Planes, Trains, and Christmas Trees, November 19th. So apparently they're coming out for a weekend triple, right? November 19th at 8 p.m. with Catherine Davis. We know we love her. She's been in Hallmark, she's been in Up TV, and she's been in a lot of Lifetime movies. And then Oliver Renaud. And I want to say I remember him from Hallmark and Up TV as well. During a business trip to Indiana, event planner Kaylee, Catherine Davis, and sports agent Brett, Oliver Renaud, find themselves unable to fly home for Christmas due to a terrible snowstorm. So a stranded, the stranded trope. We love this. Determined to get back to New York by Christmas Eve, the two team up to try and make their own way home. Oh, goodness gracious, a road trip. But when the storm hits, they're forced to seek refuge in the sleepy town of Redwood, Ohio. That's interesting. A place that ignites some much-needed Christmas magic in their hearts. Let me tell you, small town Ohio, great for Christmas spirit and Christmas magic. Just saying, I grew up in a small, well, at least part of my life, in a small Ohio town. So I could say that with some authority. All right. Christmas at the Chalet, the next week, okay? So now we're running into like the Thanksgiving weekend, right? Christmas at the Chalet, November 25th at 8 p.m. Stars Terry Hatcher. Terry, we just talked about her, right? And Roku. I was thinking Hulu and Roku, and I came up with Roku. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, guys. I have not had enough coffee yet. Clearly, I haven't had enough coffee yet. Christmas at the Chalet, and it's like really early. I got to go pick my cousin up. I got to go to the airport to pick my cousin up. So I'm like trying to get through this, and yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so Terry Hatcher and William DeVry. Okay. When ex-TV host and socialite Lex Terry Hatcher finds herself faced with the possibility of spending Christmas sharing a luxury chalet with her son, ex-husband, and his new girlfriend, she volunteers to work at the chalet to avoid things getting too close to home while documenting her every move for a new wave of Christmas followers who are loving this new chapter of her life. That's interesting. That sounds like an interesting premise. All right, next is Laughing All the Way. It premieres November 26th on Lifetime, right? Oh, good. Penise Zade, I don't know her as an actress, but I know Jake Epstein. That's my man, right? So, when ghostwriter and aspiring comedian Aubrey Wilson, Penise Zade, is placed in charge of the Christmas variety show, she worries she might not have what it takes to pull it off or to pull off this make or break moment in her career. With Christmas just weeks away, Aubrey is in pursuit of her perfect headliner for the event. That is until famous Hollywood comedian Mike Baxter, Jake Epstein, returns to the comedy club that launched his career. There, Mike discovers his stand-up roots, and Aubrey shows the world her inner funny girl. And as their journeys collide, they fall hopelessly and hilariously, laughing all the way. That sounds like a good movie. I'm not going to miss that. I'm going to watch it live or I'm going to DVR it, one of the two. Depends on what it's up against on Hallmark. All right. Ladies of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas. Listen, I have been looking forward to this one because it's like got all the soap stars, the Gen X soap stars, the ones we love, right? Ladies of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas premieres December 2nd at 8 p.m. So it doesn't collide with or conflict with the OWN network premiere, so that's good. But the cast is Lonnie Anderson, Morgan Fairchild, Linda Gray, Donna Mills, and Nicolette Sheridan. Let me tell you something. You put all those girls in a room, and that's gonna be a funny movie. I'm sorry, it's gonna be good. This is drama. The drama, the comedy, the chemistry, like that should be like a really good movie. All right, in Ladies of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas, 5 glamorous 80s soap opera stars reunite to share the spotlight and to shoot the final Christmas episode of their long-running soap opera. Oh my goodness, this is going to be good. The producer, Alex Travis Burns, and director, Nell Taylor Ann Thompson, old college friends, do their best to keep things on the rails. No, when you put those 5, everything's off the rails, right? But as the ladies come together, old rivalries resurface that threaten to tear the whole production apart, with the show nearly canceled before it even begins due to the ladies' famous diva behavior. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this. They reluctantly agree to set aside their differences and past secrets to act as if they still love each other. When old sparks reignite between Alex and Nell, the ladies become eager to play Cupid and conspire to bring the couple together. Along the way, the divas also discover that the love between them between them all is still very strong too. That sounds like a sweet movie, but oh my goodness, the drama! I cannot wait to see that one. I'm sorry. December 3rd, so at 8 p.m. December 3rd at 8 p.m. So that must be a Friday movie. This is a Saturday movie, or that's a Saturday movie, and this is a Sunday movie. Mistletoe Match, December 3rd, 8 p.m. Elena Juatko and Ryan Bruce. I'm not familiar with either one of those. With the holiday season in full swing, Olivia Hayes goes undercover to provide her readers with an in-depth and cynical look at the hugely successful annual Secret Santa for Singles event. There she meets a single dad and handsome widower, Thomas, who is just as skeptical about the program as she is. Sparks soon fly, but with a once-in-a-lifetime promotion on the line, will she risk losing it all for the romance she never saw coming? But I still want to see it. All right. And then And then, so the last one that they have listed here. No, okay, we've got more. All right. So then they have on the Lifetime Movie Network, which this is Lifetime. So the Lifetime Movie Network, that's all like romantic suspense stuff. They have Silent Night, Fatal Night. So that sounds, I won't be watching that one. I can tell you right now, not watching it. But for those who want to see a little suspense and mystery with their Christmas, December 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Lifetime Movie Network, Alex Camacho and Philip Polkamp. Mallory Dearborn, Alex Camacho, is one of the best-selling mystery writers in the market. Against the wishes of her manager, Michael, she decides to end her long-running detective franchise and focus more on personal matters. Desperate for a big payday, Michael takes her prisoner, oh my lord, convincing the world she's passed away, forces her to write a new posthumous novel. Now Mallory will spend the holidays writing her most thrilling story yet, her own escape. Man, that sounds good. I'm not watching it, but boy, that sounds good. If you guys watch it, please tell me about it and tell me if it's good. It's just too much. I don't know. I need to keep my Christmas happy and funny, and romantic if possible, but at least happy and funny. All right, a cowboy Christmas romance. Jana Kramer, hello, she is like a Lifetime favorite. Adam Sen, Max Eric, Kurt Mega, Lisa Lee, Mary Margaret Humes, Cassie Rudolph, and Bruce Thomas. That's a lot of folks that are being talked about in the cast. December 9th, did I say that? December 9th at 8 p.m. 1 week before Christmas, a huge business deal sends real estate closer Lexi Crenshaw, Jana Kramer, back to a place she swore she'd never return to, her hometown of Tubac, Arizona. Back on the range, Lexi must convince Kobe Mason, Adamson, a horse-whispering rancher, to part ways with his family's land while navigating her relationship with her father, Bruce Thomas, and brothers she left behind, leading her to reconsider the life she gave up 10 years ago. That's interesting. That's I went off to the big city. Now I'm going to come home and maybe I'll make one of those kind of movies. I like those movies. Yes, Chef Christmas. This is December 10th at 8 p.m. Tia Mowry, one of our favorites. Haha. She's been going through a lot of drama, but she's getting through it. So that's amazing. Tia, Buddy Valastro, and Luke Humphrey. Alicia Geller, Tia Mowry, is a culinary school instructor who has put both her true career aspirations and personal life on the back burner. But this holiday season, fate is on her side. She is invited to compete in the city's annual Kringle Cook-Off and learns a family secret that could change everything and be the big break she needs to become a respected chef in life, like her former boss, Buddy Valastro. There to mentor her through the competition is the fiery chef and Kringle protege Luke Humphrey, who Alicia builds a real connection with despite their rocky start. So enemies to lovers, we gotta love that. But can Alicia win the cook-off and prove to herself that she is capable, that she is the capable head chef that Logan believes her to be? And will she be accepted by the Kringles if she shares the truth with them? She will have to put it all on the line to find out. Yes, Chef Christmas, December 10th. I'm excited for that one. I love the Mowrys, both of them, in anything. Now, I'm excited about this one, too. The Holiday Proposal Plan. Guess who stars in this one? Tatiana Ali. It's been a minute since she's been in a Christmas movie. I think maybe 2 years ago she was in a Christmas movie on Lifetime. So I'm excited that they love her on this. And I love her on this, too. Well, we love her on Hallmark, too. So, I'm excited for this one. December 16th at 8 p.m. Travel columnist Sonny Kravitz, Tatiana Ali, and her ex-boyfriend, Kip, Jesse Cove, are forced to team up to help their best friends, Bree and Jared, get engaged. the backdrop, the four return to Sunny's parents' snowy chalet and set up 12 holiday traditions that are celebrated around the world to nudge Jared to ask Bree to be his wife. But it seems that the proposal plan doesn't just reignite the love between the engaged couple. Will Sunny and Kip rekindle what they once had? Of course they will. Okay, so and then A Christmas Intern, December 16th. Jackie, Harry, Sierra Carter, and Vivica A. Fox. Come on, man. That's gonna be a good. Gotta love it. All right. So with the holidays, approaching, Cecilia, Jackie Harry discovers that retirement isn't all it's cracked up to be. So she decides to make a surprise visit to her daughter, Alexa Sierra Carter, who created and runs Cyber Santa, an online gift-giving business. Seizing an opportunity to spend Christmas with her daughter and get back into the game, Cecilia becomes an intern at the startup company, and the two learn the importance of family during the most wonderful time of year, while also finding love. Now that sounds like a good family movie. I'm excited about that one. December 16th at 10 p.m., A Christmas Intern. All right. And then December 17th, Merry Magic Christmas. This is going to be December 17th at 10 p.m., starring Patricia Isaac and Andrew Dunbar. As Christmas nears, financial advisor Beth finds that her fortune is hinting all around her. She starts seeing a recurring number, 624, an angel number that will make her heart's secret wish come true. It mysteriously becomes the time she wakes up, how far she bikes, and the countdown she sets. Taking on a pro bono financial case for the local children's theater, Beth meets Nate, whose financial inexperience may cause the theater to shut down. The two must work together to raise money for the theater and possibly find love away. Now, I'm interested in that because of the whole angel number thing. Like, I've seen stuff about angel numbers. I don't know how much I believe it, but I've seen stuff about angel numbers, right? So I'm really kind of excited to see what that one's all about. And then, last but not least, on Lifetime slate is Mom's Christmas Boyfriend. It premieres December 23rd at 10 p.m. It stars Janine Goosen and Zach Smadu. Precious 10-year-old Lily Morgan, I. Barrett, enters a writing contest about her Christmas wish. She wishes that her single mother, Emma, finds love and a father for Lily, who Emma adopted as an infant in China. After winning the contest, will Lily's wish come true? That sounds like a good one. Mom's Christmas Boyfriend. So she wishes a boyfriend for her mom. I mean, who doesn't love those movies? So anyway, I'm really excited about, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about the Lifetime slate of movies coming up. So honestly, that's going to wrap it up for this show. I've got one more coming. As I get to the end of this show, I realize that I have talked a hole in your ears, in my ears, and that I may not get to the second episode like right away. Hopefully I will by the end of today. But it's coming out. It'll come out this weekend before Monday, that's for sure. But I've just got so much going on, and I've got to go pick up cousins from the airport. Anyway, keep an eye out for the Daily Top 3 on Twitter and Instagram. And please stay tuned, because there is so much to come. Once I get this party behind me, and of course I want to celebrate my dad's wonderful day, send out happy birthdays to my dad for his 80th. But once I get his birthday behind me, then I'll be able to kind of get on something of a regular schedule, even if it means I'm up at the crack of dawn. Thank you to my show editor, Will B. He created all the custom music for this show. He's at Wildcard Music, and you can find his IG page down in the show notes. Until next time, remember, at Chicks on Christmas Flicks, we can never have too many Christmas movies. We can only have not enough Christmas movies. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a review on your favorite platform, and tell your Christmas movie loving friends about the show. Where can you find us? I'm so happy you asked. I mean, pretty much anywhere you want to listen to a podcast. We are on Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, and many, many more. Follow us on Twitter at Chicks on Christmas Flicks with all X's. Follow us on IG at Chicks on Christmas Flicks with all X's. Thank you for listening in, and I will see you really soon, probably before the end of the weekend. Let's cross our fingers and hope. All right, thanks. Take care, everybody, and enjoy Countdown to Christmas.